Okay, so I guess the dish that I'm going to start off with today, I'm going to get it in the oven the same time as the roasted turkeys, is tomato bisque, which is a very popular soup, as well as homemade bruschetta. But again, using the easy theme, I'm going to make this very easy so that we can just put it in the oven and forget about it while we're out taking the kids to swimming, doing whatever we do in our busy lives. Very simple. We're going to start off with a large can of tomatoes with all juices. Okay, just lay it in your pan as is. I then would like to infuse and add a considerable amount of olive oil. Now, if you're on a diet, it's up to you how much you want to use. I'm going to say I got about a quarter cup. No, I've got about a cup and a half there, I'm assuming, of extra virgin olive oil. So the key ingredients in this dish are very simple. Canned tomatoes, whole, all the juice, fresh onion that we bought at the store, fresh leek, remember with the beard on, and I can explain that after, and fresh celery. So I'm going to start off with a little helpful hint on the onions. I'll start off with one of each for now. In cooking school, they teach you in this manner, okay? This is a proper method for dicing an onion. Wow, I'm impressed. What I like to do at home that saves myself a lot of time, and I think everyone at home could probably relate to, is very simple. Cutting it lengthwise. Food is not supposed to be difficult. Food is not supposed to be complicated. So I'm going to try to teach you guys some different shortcut techniques along the way. So we're just going to go ahead, put that red onion in the pan. And we're going to proceed and cut the white onion in the same fashion. Remember, just 3 strips, 3 cuts down the side. Really easy dicing. We're not trying to be fancy. We're trying to make some good food. Now, third, we have this bearded leek. As I mentioned in the store, this is my favorite onion. And it was important that we have the beard left on it so that we can clean it easily. Now, I'm going to cut this leek. I'm going to ask Pete if he could clean it for me while I finish putting together this bisque. But as I cut this, you will notice, chances are on the inside, there's going to be some dirt. Leeks are the dirtiest onions in the world, if you ask me. Look at, every layer in these onions has dirt. So it's very important that you clean them thoroughly. And Pete, if you wouldn't mind.
Excellent.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it.
Keeping this dirt off your cutting board and off your knives is very important as it has some bacteria. Of course, it also has some of the fertilizer, manure. Of course, we want to make sure that we rinse this off very thoroughly. So we're going to give it a first wash, and then we're going to wash it again after we've cut it. So that's why Steve left the beards on here, so all our pieces sort of stay together. So we're just going to get some of the dirt out of there. Make sure that it's fairly clean before we move it back over to Steve's cutting area. And he can further produce it. We'll wash it one more time. So most of the main dirt now is out of the leek. We'll remove this one leaf here. Fantastic, we're ready. Here you go, Steve, all set and ready to go.
Thanks, Pete. Okay, now, with these leeks, again, I was talking about not being perfect cut before. I'm going to continue with that. I like them fairly large. Large cuts like this of leek, it's all going to cook down in the end. A lot of chefs and a lot of people will throw out the greens, but if you ask me, a lot of that is just pure flavor. I got enough onion in here for this dish now, though. So I'll either use that for stock or just discard it. I'm just going to lay in the leeks. Now, we're almost finished this dish. We're just going to apply some dry basil. About, I'm going to say, 2 to 3 full tablespoons of dry basil. Again, this is the same seasoning as Peter was using before on his turkey, a blend of oregano, garlic salt, seasonings, just general seasonings, whatever your seasonings of taste really are. And for me, and this is what makes it uniquely my own, I certainly enjoy a lot of cumin with a lot of my food, and works great for the soup. And it's a little bit different than the bruschetta, but works very, very well with the bruschetta. So I'm going to use about maybe a tablespoon of a tablespoon and a half of regular cumin. The only other ingredient that I really want to add to this dish is some whole peeled garlic. To me, it's critical with any kind of tomato dish. Just going to sprinkle that over top. And very simple. You know, we are the easy chefs at home, so take a really easy approach. Just give it a real easy, gentle stir. You want all these ingredients just to be large, very moist from the juice of the tomatoes and the olive oil. And we're simply going to make sure that the ingredients are covered at least once with the moisture, and then we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to cook it at a very low temperature, about 300 degrees for, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, probably about 45 minutes to an hour until it starts to reduce. Even if it takes longer, the whole idea is that all the moisture will be removed by the time we're finished cooking, and that's the key to success.